So I'm recording this the day after watching Summer Games Fest, and something that came to mind after watching it and the state of play is I feel like the industry needs more action games. Now, when I'm talking about action games, I'm not talking about like the general term of just like action games as a whole, because that could mean literally anything, and in that case, there's like a million action games, but I'm talking about the Devil May Cry-esque action games, like the original God of Wars, for example, or Ninja Gaiden 4, brilliant example. That was the most recent actual action game. I might as well just say hack and slash game at this point, but yeah, that was the most recent one, and I don't think it sold very well, despite the fact that is an incredible game and everyone needs to go play it. But it just makes me sad because this is one of my favorite genres, really. I love action games like this, you know, like Hi-Fi Rush, Ninja Gaiden 4, like I mentioned, and of course, Devil May Cry. I love how Devil May Cry games play. I love being able to actually express myself with the game's combat, if that makes sense. I think that's why I love action games like this. There's a lot of expression to it. It feels like you're playing a fighting game, just without the sweat and nasty comments on your Steam profile. Because you're learning all of these different combos and you're using your brain in the moment to mix and match all of these different moves together. And I don't get why these games aren't more popular than they are. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. Devil May Cry 5 has sold 10 million copies, and obviously Capcom love Devil May Cry, and it's obviously profitable for them because they made that shitty Netflix show, which I'm not going to talk about. I just don't really like it, so that's all you need to know about that. But I don't know, like, after watching the Summer Games Fest and the state of play, like, I know the new God of War is trying to go in the direction of Devil May Cry a bit with the air combos. I say Devil May Cry, more like the original God of Wars, you know, it's added air combos and a manual jump button, but that's like the bare minimum. And also it feels like they're going backwards because these were things that were in the original God of War games and were then stripped in the God of War reboot, which in turn made them less focused on the combat and more focused on the narrative and exploration, which is why I'm not really a huge fan of those games. I also don't really like the whole cooldown moves, you know, the ones where you hold like L1 and press square and you do like a special animation of a move. It doesn't really take much skill. And yeah, they look flashy, they look cool, but I don't feel good using these moves. And a lot of modern action games do fall into that trap, but I don't know, I just wanted to make this little video. This is my opinion, really, on the Summer Games Fest and the state of play. And yeah, I just wanted to get it off my chest. It just kind of disappoints me because I love this genre. I love Devil May Cry. Hell, I might as well plug it here. I have 2 massive Devil May Cry videos on my main channel. There will be a little thing in the top right if you want to check them out. I'm working on a Devil May Cry 3 video. That will be out in the next like month or 2. I'm trying to aim to get it out on the 25th anniversary of the series. And by then, who knows? Maybe they'll have announced the Devil May Cry 1 remake or Devil May Cry 6. But until then, there's been nothing. There's been no new interesting action games. I also made a bet with my buddy NeoGamer99 that if Devil May Cry didn't appear at Summer Games Fest, I would buy him Indiana Jones. And needless to say, I am down 50 pounds now, so yeah. Fuck you, Jeff, you fucking bastard.